Okay. Cool. Now I'm recording it too, which is awesome. Oh, my thing's too small. Oh, why are you so small, window? Do. Sorry, my little window went really tiny. And now you guys can't see it. Get over there. Cool. I think that's pretty good. Woo, rigging! I know. I swear to you, everything was prepared before this, but I've also never tried rigging on a Twitch before. So, okay. Everything looks fine again. All of my error windows are gone. Okay. Closing OBS. Again. Finally. Moving this browser window a little bit. And then maybe I'll actually do something on the screen I'm supposed to be working on, am I right? Okay. Cool. I finally started working. I made a dot. Let's import images, shall we? Sorry, I'm just moving it over so you guys don't see all the inner workings of my computer. I don't think I have anything under NDA in any of these folders, but I can never be too careful. Keep as original bitmap. Alpha straight, I think. Yay! Yay! So I also put my little network over here. Beep beep. So you guys could actually see it, because most of the time I'm going to work on a big network. But if I open this window, at least you can see what I'm doing when I'm in my big network. So, there you go. Do get a conversation going. I do not watch Steven Universe, so everyone can hate me for that. Not for any particular reason or anything. I'm just haven't gotten into it or anything yet. My keyboard's a little far away. I have tea. Hell yeah, it's for my game Grumps Animated. So today I wanted to rig Arin. Cause his rig is gonna be the most, complicated. But I think I'm just going to do the Lego head design. I don't think I'm going to do remove the mask design, because the Lego head's really funny. And I don't know why, I just wouldn't use it the whole time. So I'm doing the scene from Dead Rising where they can't rescue Sophie. Which is why there's so much of it, because like there's a lot of them. It's Feelin' Universe. I've heard these things. Bitmap file quality. I need perfect resolution. I also need to lock this. So the way I rig is a little bit unorthodox. Oh, this is the worst. I might end up preferring it over here. Let's see if I can put it up here. Okay. I don't want it like that, though, really. Yeah. So, I just kind of go. I just kind of do the thing. Which might not make sense to a lot of people. Right to unlock. So let me know if there's anything really confusing. I may write down notes, because later I do want to turn these into like a set of tutorials. Completely nixing this record and doing a new one. And time-lapsing it and stuff. Now you will learn all my Toon secrets. Oh. The fandom behind it has the most hilarious tinfoil hat brigade. Amazing. I mean, I'm on Tumblr. I see the, all the musings and spoilers and everything. There may not be any orthodox. You may be right. Cool. Where's my advanced animation tools? You guys can come down here. I like you where I can see you. Sorry, I'm also not used to working from home yet, so I'm gradually getting that back together. There. If I do this, there's like an off chance that I might, like, you might actually always be able to see what I'm doing in the node view. So. Oh no. Don't be upset. This is gonna super annoy me. Wait. I can do this, guys. I can organize my workspace so that it is streamable. Can I save it? Your workspace is out of workspace. Oh. I don't know how to do this. Whatever. I hope I never lose my workspace. It sucks when you do. Anyway, the advanced animation tools are removing pivots. You've learned something already. Maybe. I should watch it. I know. It is not on purpose or, like, out of any sort of malice that I have not watched Steven Universe. So I'm like, I'll hate it. I don't watch a lot of TV. And I know people are like, if you don't watch a lot of TV, you should still watch it. It's like, I know. But you have no idea, like, how little TV I watch. And when I do watch TV, I watch, like, trash anime instead of, like, good things. You should watch it. It's very good. Oh, dear. A-head. Close. We're starting. Oh, God. Just like a number one kind of straight up super basic thing. Your composites should always be passed through. There's very specific use cases where you would not use a pass through. But generally, your rule of thumb, keep it a pass through. If you have any render edits and stuff, then start playing with the other composites. It defaults to bitmap, which flattens everything and it works all right. But composite's kind of the way to go. As always, if you have any questions, let me know. I'm trying to watch the chat the whole time, so I may zone out a bit, but I've stolen my naming conventions from a studio I used to work at, so they're pretty like not fun and stuff. What? Oh. Oh no. Overnight? This is the upper body. Generally I like to build my palettes first too, but that definitely wasn't in the cards for this. So I will build them as I go. Normally I actually wouldn't even fill in the drawings. I'm really weird and I like to just make all my pegs and everything first and place everything. That works for like 0% of other people. Maybe like 1%. It would like also make sense too. But for everyone else, they're like, why would any sane human being do this way? So as I create the pegs, oh, let me just see if my preferences are good for this. Using animation tools for your drawings should always be off. I'm gonna change my my preferences so that that is a thing. It is under. Oh, okay, it's probably just because it was the first drawing. That's fine then. 'Cause I don't want to do that. That's fine. 'Cause I don't want to do that. That's fine. 'Cause I don't want to do that. That's fine. 'Cause I don't want to do that. That's fine. 'Cause I don't want to do that. That's fine. 'Cause I don't want to do that. That's fine. 'Cause I don't want to do that. That's fine. 'Cause I don't want to do that. That's fine. 'Cause I don't want to do that. That's fine. 'Cause I don't want to do that. That's fine. 'Cause I don't want to do that. That's fine. 'Cause I don't want to do that. That's fine. 'Cause I don't want to do that. That's fine. 'Cause I don't want to do that. That's fine. 'Cause I don't want to do that. That's fine. 'Cause I don't want to do that. That's fine. 'Cause I don't want to do that. That's fine. 'Cause I don't want to do that. That's fine. 'Cause I don't want to do that. That's fine. 'Cause I don't want to do that. That's fine. 'Cause I don't want to do that. That's fine. ' Oh dear. Oh dear, I forgot that you were weeb trash. That's definitely like, yeah, you're in for trash anime. I know you are. I wish I could copy and paste pivots. That would make my life easier. So right now I'm just trying to place these pivots where I think they'll go. That's why I'm working with the design underneath. Um, so this one will go here because it's going to control everything above the waist. And this is the point where it's most useful to anchor it from, if that's the case. Then I like to have a master peg on the ground because you can jump up and down. You can do squash and stretch and the character will remain anchored, which I think is easy and important. And I like to anchor this in the same spot. This is an overall peg. There should be no animation on it as far as I'm concerned. So that way, if right at the end you need to do something and pop it like back and forth in front of layers or something like that, you have a peg that you can just do that on. And I would always kind of advise adding an extra peg. Yeah, so I've already like nixed my drawing layers. Oh wait, you guys can see my node view. I totally forgot. It's over here. It's just like, it just exists for you guys. Oh, I can make this super small then. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, I totally forgot. Awesome. So I can work over here. Oh, I love it. Yeah, so normally I would just keep going and like create all my drawings, but I'm doing a demo, so I'm not going to do that. I tend to work on one layer. Yeah, then when you like change your layers up, it's easier. If you don't need to, you're already on one layer. You got black. Let's bring that back up to long. Oh, that's really weird. My microphone just decided to not for a minute. I didn't touch it or anything. Everything's fine. Sorry. I don't know when that happened. That's really weird. Cool. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Awesome. So I was just saying I would normally build my palettes first, but I couldn't in this situation because I hadn't decided yet. And that pen tool is better for stuff. Yeah, definitely cut out on my end. I was just optimizing my workspace. I'd say I probably want show strokes on too. Make my life a little easier, making things match up. Cool. The time is gonna come now where I'm gonna start like zoning out as I work. If you guys get bored or get really curious about what I'm doing because I haven't explained anything, let me know. Can I not go down? Well, that'll be a problem. Maybe I will just beep. I mean, that's better, but it doesn't quite fix it. Okay. Anyway. And no, load node library has to go there. There we go. This is how I usually have it set up anyway. Man, this is big. I have to like move over here. What is a peg? Good question. In Toon Boom, over on this lovely node view side, you have these blue guys. And you have your composites. So composites put everything together. They all plug in there, and that's what gets shipped out. The blue guys are drawings. So your drawings are literally like what contains the vector images that are being animated. And pegs are generally just how you should animate. They are for animation only. They control the placement of your drawings. The actual, like, this blue guy, this peg is a pivot point of the peg. So that way, like, you know where this is going to rotate from instead of always having it in the middle, which is like really counterintuitive for animation. So you can also use them to kind of link groups of parts together. So that whole hierarchy of pegs will make a lot more sense as soon as I make like drawing number 2. Gonna close this. Beep. It depends on what works. In regards to making the pegs inherit pivots. Usually I will just let the drawing take on the parent peg information, which I think is the default. If you're doing something where you want the pivot to move around, that's kind of the use case for making a peg inherit it from the drawing. Because that way you can set a different pivot point all around kind of where the master pivot point is, and it can make it easier to inform your animators of how you want them to animate. I'm a big fan of having stationary pegs and physically moving the piece wherever you think it should be in relation to the peg. So there are just like different theories behind that, I guess. So my personal preference would be the opposite. Oh my goodness, this is hard to... It might be lagging or something, but I don't think so. Post a quick link in regards to this stream. If there's a link in the chat, it won't set up, or it won't come up. But if you're like just saying like, oh, I want to like post a link, then like go for it. Like, the more the merrier. Oh, I might need to move my light a bit. I might be getting like ghostly lighting soon. Sometimes I forget that you guys can see me. I'm just like looking around like, oh, yay. Well, drawing substitutions aren't a bad thing. But like I said, you might be doing the drawing substitutions, like, you might be doing them, like, with a transformer and stuff. So, yeah. But you should be, like, resetting your stuff every time. Like, if you're making a new drawing, reset and make sure the pivot point is exactly where you want it to be, or else the drawing is going to be like weird and messed up. That makes it a lot easier as well, like if you're doing hands and stuff, to make sure that you have hands you can use in the future instead of just hands you can use in like that one scenario when the peg was like skewed and turned and whatever. Yeah, so you can change the pivot for each drawing substitution, which is why I don't generally do it. Because you can't, like, accidentally have this happen this way. Oh, I like being in caps lock. Don't do this to me. No worries. I need a Lego. Oh, I turned caps lock off again. See, because I like just being able to, like, go to my network now and be like, oh, just jump into the eyes. But I can't. So. That's not the one. This one is. I was waiting for something to come up and it wasn't going to. Prefixing all of these. So when you're gonna have like multiple characters in a scene, it can make it really useful to label the like the parts and stuff per character. So Arin is A. That's why they're all AI. And it's gonna be right. And I'm gonna add another one too. See, because you can just do this. Like, this is what I do. I sit through and I just, like, go through, like, what do I need? And put all of them in. But I don't want you guys to be confused. Okay. Oh, dear. I'm like, this is where I lose the audience. In my networking shenanigans. No, go for it. Sketch whatever you want. Well, I shouldn't say that if it's like me. That's not the one I want. This is what I want. So this is going to be for the face. This is going to be for the right eye. Actually, I messed that up a bit. Do salaried jobs exist in Canadian animation industry, or is it all contract to contract? Yeah, it's a combo. I have a salary right now, but I am also, like, I have a salary as a contractor to the studio. So like I'm full-time, but it's still contract. So yeah, I'd say that's pretty much the standard up here. There's a few full-time positions, but they're more like administrative and less artist related. So get used to contracts if you're coming up here. I do like having that down there though. Oops. So cutters are super useful. I guess we're going over cutters right now. So what a cutter is going to mean is it's going to act like a mask. So I'm making an inverted cutter, which means that anything from one image is going to make the other image show up. So this is the mat, and that's the image being cut, and it's going to be cut within the template. And since this needs to be a drawing output as well, I'm connecting it. But I also wanted to make an eyebrow. Beep. Because I want this to be a thing too. And we can talk later about eyebrows. I know this design doesn't even have eyebrows, but I like to have drawings available for things I might need as well. When Krita doesn't respond, what does that mean? Beep, beep. I said right. Oops. Oops. And there we go. Again, I'm trying to put these in the spaces like where they would theoretically be. What is happening, Weep Trash? Yeah, also the way Toon Boom works, it's easier if you pre-plan for stuff than if you add it later. Which doesn't really make sense until I start animating, which is not going to happen anytime soon on this. Where's my color? Oh, it's just going to be black anyway, it's fine. So sometimes if your pupils are colored, instead of just being black on black, like the same color as the line, you will probably want to like change layers for your... It's really hard to talk and do things at the same time. For your line art and your color art. So you would probably put the other one on a color art layer to divide up the cutter. I'm trying to make simpler rigs than that for this specifically, so like I'm not going to do that. Because I really don't need to for this, and it's just going to be a waste of time. For me. I don't like using circle templates because this just looks more nice and organic. And to continue on that organic-ish feeling, I'm gonna make the line have some line weight. I am rigging the characters right now. I need to delete black. Okay. So red is what shows up when you don't have a color. But I got upset. That I even have that color still. So in this case for the pupil, I will use the brush just because then I can make a nice little dot. And the eyebrow doesn't actually need anything right now. So first things first, I'm actually going to duplicate the eye in a kind of peculiar way, I guess. Because I want to clone the columns. Cloning just means I'm going to make my life way easier later. And in old versions could only be done via XSheet, so that's the only way I know how to do it now. I'm still new to the newer versions. And we want to clone... Can I not clone two at once? Give me this, please. There we go. No, I can clone both. So if you clone selected columns, drawings only, in my network, you may have seen it. These two little drawings have appeared. Oh, I should have cloned that one too. So they're labeled as duplicates right now. I'm just going to change the R to an L. So what I'm going to do with these is offset them, and then every drawing I ever make for one eye is going to be applied to the other eye. I do this for arms, hands, feet. Yeah. So it makes it really useful. I'm also going to do it with every mouth kit from this, like, thing. And I'm going to see how that works. From, like, every character in this is what I'm meaning. This needs to be locked. Boop. And this needs to be locked. Nope, that one's good. Okay. Oh, these are the cloned ones, that's why. I was like, why can't things happen? So I do actually like to have each eye go to its own composite. I'm gonna set this up kind of the same way. And then this hooks up to here. Just let me make sure. Okay. Yeah, so right now these are definitely getting their information from their pegs. Should get the eyebrow in on this too. Clone selected columns. Basically anything that you're like, I don't really want to draw that twice. Don't. Make a clone. It's great. I'm gonna have to offset the whole eye, and it's gonna be a little weird, but it's fine. I also actually want to make sure. There we go. That the eyebrow will be able to cut the eye. And this is where I start to make my network more spacious. No, if you make a clone like that, you're making a straight copy and paste clone, and it'll match timing as well. But if you want to clone properly, do it through the X sheet. You can select the top and clone selected columns, drawings only. Then that's the proper way to get it done. So each eyebrow as well, like when they make expressions that like dip into the eye, you want the eyebrow to cut the eye. So I've built that into the rig as well by adding on this cutter here. Yeah, it's just about the only thing the X sheet's good for. So again, these ones are straight cutters. Why are you doing this to me right now? Beep. These are straight cutters, so they will cut into the final output of this, and this one will be cut within the drawing of the eye. So to tell you how that works, if I move this, it can't move outside of the eye. Whee! So that's an inverted cutter. Just naming this peg. Okay. This is for the eyebrow. Pupil. Oh, geez, I keep forgetting to switch my tool. This is actually pretty useful to have over here. So I'm going to lock this peg. You can write scripts to get around this and write your own nodes. I don't know how to do that, so I haven't. So I'm going to have an extra peg in here, which means I'm not going to be able to like straight copy and paste the eyes kind of deal. But what I can do now is flip and move and call that eye and lock it. So now I just have to go kind of up above that when I'm in the hierarchy, so I can never select it when it's on that part of the hierarchy. But I can if I go below. This is what actually allows me to clone it. Did someone mention code? Hey, if you can start writing Toon Boom stuff, I'll get some. Like, I need that shit. So yeah, the rig comes along a lot slower, but when it's done, it's gonna be completely, like, I don't like building a rig around like a weird rough drawings and stuff. I would just rather like do it. Just do it live. This is also about the time where I say, shit, I should probably group this so that my network doesn't look friggin' insane. And this is gonna be my face. I like to build things visually from left to right. So like having the left eye on the left side, even in the network, makes it make a lot of sense to me. So now this comp becomes the eyes, which becomes a lot easier to track when I'm going to do other things. In response to like, do I know if there is any programming work within animation that actually needs to like get computer science degree, I guess is what a CS degree is. I don't. A lot of jobs in animation, I wouldn't say you have to have a degree in whatever. You have to be good at it. You have to have a portfolio that backs up what you can do. I'm going to change my light, one sec. And like, you have to do it well. So if doing that degree is just like how you're learning to program, then that's awesome. And it's going to be easier for you to move around to different countries if you have a degree. Otherwise, just getting jobs and stuff, like if you have an in and you have a portfolio, like that's going to be like where most of the jobs come from. you have to be out there, and you have to be out there enough that people will contact you, which is how I've ended up getting a lot of my jobs. I've never like actually successfully applied for and received a job in animation. I've just had jobs. Unless you count the game Grumps Animated. That's probably like the only thing I've ever applied for and been like, I got the thing. And yeah, I would always recommend like having really nicely organized networks and stuff. Also, I want to teach like studio quality rigging. Again, if you don't have the money to go to school, you shouldn't not be able to work in the animation industry. So I want to make affordable ways for people to learn on their own. So that's why I'm recording this as well. Let me just double check that it's still recording. It is awesome. And I'm gonna like smush it together and try and make something out of it that can show people how to animate and rig and every stuff in Toon Boom. Good, I'm glad. I'm glad I answered it. Cool. I guess I'll just make the mouth. The mouth is probably one of the most complicated things to make. Just because there's a lot of cutting and stuff involved. I may end up giving this mouth the functionality to leave the face. That becomes a little more treacherous, and I would probably do that later as a use case thing, because it's really tough. Or it's not really tough, it just takes a really long time. Awesome, I'm glad. Well, yeah, I'm hoping just to sell the tutorials. So you could buy one or promote it. But yeah, just trying to keep stuff like affordable and such. So this is going to be on the lowest layer, so I'm moving it over there. Also, when you're copying and pasting in the network, generally you want to copy and paste special, which is usually like Control or Command B. That's going to give you all these options. It's going to let you like choose not to make a duplicate of something. And I don't know if I'll ever actually be able to show you that, because I don't think my menus and other windows are coming up when I'm working. But you always want to paste special and make new columns, because again, if you have those duplicated columns that are straight clones of each other, which is what a straight copy and paste will do, it will make them forever connected, and you'll have a bad time. You won't be able to move them differently. It's gonna be weird, unless that's like something you specifically need, but it's usually not. So yeah, just so you know. Oh, awesome. That's great. I'm really glad. Because, I mean, if you, color override is what I'm looking for. If you work really hard, like, there's no reason why you can't learn anything. For me, school was totally useful because I'm, like, or at least I was, I guess, kind of crappy at being, like, self-motivated. And even now, like, if I want to learn something, I'm going to take a class, just because that's how my mind works. I do much better in, like, classes and stuff like that. I'm just going to make sure I don't delete this. Actually, really, I could just delete the rest of these. You double click on the actual swatch of the color. Ta-dum. So I'm setting up a color override. So that the tongue and teeth could exist inside the mouth. And I'm also going to create another color override that allows the line to go over top. I could be doing this with layer distribution. I'm not going to, because you edit the mouth so much. With everything else, I would do this with layer distribution. It's a much cleaner network. But with this one, color overrides, I just think are the absolute best. School is also useful networking. Yes. Aw, hamster. I don't think you guys can see my cat, but she's totally like passed the fuck out on my bed right now, and it's adorable. And again, I'm gonna make top and bottom teeth pegs, even though I'm pretty sure I don't really want these guys to have teeth. But I might, and I'm gonna need them for lip sync, so I'm gonna do it. And this is where you guys find out that I am the worst for making networks. But I'm really great in a studio setting because look at how tidy this network is. Everyone will always appreciate a tidy network. Oh my god, it's so much easier to navigate when things are well spaced and consistent. It just makes a world of difference. Like having congruent pegs, like all the masters be at the same height, is something I really like to do. Just everything about it is... set up your networks like this and people will adore you at your studio. When you all eventually get jobs at great studios. And go, this is who taught me. And I go, yay. Oh, and what I also want for Arin's is a beard. Because I don't want to attach that to the mouth. If it was just for one character, I might attach it to the mouth. But again, I'm wanting to reuse this mouth for everyone. And Danny is usually clean shaven. And I don't think Sophie's going to have a beard. I could be wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong because I designed her. I do use a lot of groups. I like to have a group for the face, head, usually the upper body and lower body, but sometimes the body needs enough integration that you can't do groups easily. So there's that. For stuff like cutters and composites and color overrides, you can straight copy paste. I do it all the time to keep my networks really consistent. And also just like, everything's already plugged in, like the work's done for me. So this is the color override for the inner mouth. And, oh, that's the one. I want to render selected colors only. Again, I don't know if this is coming up, so I apologize if it's not. But I'm verbally saying the options. The other color override, oh, I already plugged it in, is going to go on top of everything of the mouth, and it's going to be the line. And I'll show you why afterwards. So this is going to plug into this cutter. And then the mouth can just go behind there, and then go down there. So first I have to make the entire mouth to show you. Again, like, I do it network first. I guess I just have to. What sort of turnaround do I have? For this, I don't have a turnaround. And I don't because the other views are going to be on a super case-by-case basis. I'm not planning on... I'm basically trying to board it and, like, organize it so that I'm only ever using one view of the characters. Because it's easier, it'll take less time to rig. I am going to be animating the Dead Rising bit with Sophie. So when they, like, kill Sophie, like, a bunch and stuff, that's the part I'm doing. I'm gonna have to do less than I initially wanted to. I wanted to do, like, every time they encounter Sophie and, like, how awfully it goes. But that doesn't seem like it's in the cards. I might do it as, like, a personal project. But for the actual, like, Game Grumps animated on the channel, it's just gonna be, like, yeah, the Sophie bits from Dead Rising, specifically where, like, Arin kills her. Yeah, I'm not trying to rush it. I want to keep it simple enough that I can do something really great for, like, the Game Grumps animated, because I'm a super huge fan, and it's like really crazy and awesome to be like, oh my god, I get to work with these guys. And I just want to make something that's like really good. So generally you want your first drawing of your mouth to be like neutral mouth. I've made a stupid mouth. We'll go over making mouth kits later, and at that point I'll change it. But right now I just want to match my drawing. Yeah, all that like Sophie bullshit. I'm so excited. Okay, what have I done wrong? All right. So as you can see, I can see my strokes. I can't see my shape, which means I've done something terribly wrong. This cutter is inverted. This is the mat, and this is the image. This is, no, render selected colors. Close. Well, that's one of the things that's wrong. That used to be all color overrides did, so I don't know why they changed that. Because now I just get confused. I am going to be making a hammer, likely just in this file. And eventually like a katana. Like I want to do so much more. I have 3 minutes and 30 seconds, and it's just a compilation of like them freaking out at Sophie. But I'm probably going to end up at about a minute for what's actually like going to happen in the show or on the channel. So if I unhook different parts of my network, just to show you what these color overrides are for, this one, oh, I can't just hide it. Okay. This one is actually like controlling the tongue and how it appears. And as you can see, the tongue's a full piece that extends beyond. That's really useful when you're animating, not just creating the part you see, but creating the whole thing. And then this part is there because I'm using pen line. So the color art actually extends beyond the edge of the line. It extends to the center of the line, which is why I want to view strokes. So by doing a color override for just my line art, it fixes that problem and keeps all my edges consistent. So I can move this all around within the mouth and make it bigger and smaller and everything. I'll make a little beard. I'm going to give the beard the same pivot as the mouth, because it's likely going to move with the mouth a lot. And if I'm saying it's likely going to move with the mouth a lot, I want to attach it to the mouth master, which I have. So, just so you guys know. This is why I'm structuring things the way I'm structuring them. But anyway, back to beards. Pink beard. I don't think everyone would mind that, but I want there to be less of it. There just be like, maybe like a, no. It's the problem of designing things as I go. Yeah, I've isolated the audio I want from the show, edited a bit together. Usually people just do like something straight. And yeah, you just like do a little bit of their show and give it some visuals, because a lot of the things they say are funny and not usually related to the game. So that's a head. Oh, it's so fast. Oh god, my cat just farted and it smells the worst. She's awful. It's really fun, and it's something that like I listen to every day when I'm working and stuff. So I'm really familiar with the show. And that makes it really fun for me to work on. So let's go with... She stinks so much, you have no idea. Let's go with neck. Torso. T-shirt. And tummy. Because I want to be able to move details around too. So you get to do weird things in your network. Beep, beep, beep. Okay, now is when I'm going to start using layer segregation and isolating different layers to do different things. Animating in different programs is tough. I guess Flash is a little counterintuitive. It was made for web design. It wasn't made for animating. People, like how Photoshop was made for working on photos, not for drawing. So people have made it work. So, and they've like kind of retroactively gone back and added to it. So it's not the most intuitive program. There's a lot of like stuff I feel you need to kind of make it work. But it works. And it's vector. Toon Boom is also vector, and I think your only other vector option, I don't know if TV Paint is vector-based. I prefer vector-based because it's just way easier to change your line weights and change your colors, and for production it makes way more sense, is all vector-based. Toon Boom, I think, is the most intuitive. I've used it at jobs. I really love it. It's got great drawing tools. I really like... There are no downsides of Toon Boom for me. I love it. And you can create like rigs and bring them into different scenes. You can do that in Flash too. After Effects, some people use for animating. It's more of an editing software. So for post kind of effectsy stuff, After Effects, it's good. TV Paint, Flipbook, all those things are more geared towards traditional hand-drawn animation. So, well, Toon Boom, sorry, on a tangent, Toon Boom does communicate with bitmap. Like, I brought in a bitmap image. It's much faster and better if you try and use as much vector as you can. Like, for backgrounds and stuff, yeah, you can totally bring in raster bitmap stuff. Yeah, TV Paint, I think, is all raster. So, yeah, if you want to learn how to animate traditionally, TV Paint and... Well, TV Paint also, like, does production and stuff. And Flipbook are both more for, like, rough animation and such. And it's more, like, layer-based than rig-based. I really like working with rigs. A lot of people do not. Which I understand, but also... in production, it's just way more... Like, I'm making rigs for a thing that I'm animating by myself. Like, I don't have to do this. But I'm going to because it's, like, the best idea, I think. And it'll make it go way faster. And if I ever wanted to work on another thing, I could edit these rigs. Yeah. It's tough. Toon Boom is a great professional software. It also has a great professional price tag. And they don't always recommend that you use the program like it should be used. Okay, I need color art. I need line art. I need cutter. That should be good. Okay. So I want the neck and the torso to be able to become one thing. So that when I move the neck around as a separate piece that has its own lines and the torso around as a separate piece with its own lines, they appear to be one piece. And this is going to be done through layer segregation, and it's going to be really similar to the effect that you get from the mouth, but it's, despite like how it looks, a much simpler way of doing things. But basically, I'm just putting the line art behind the color art. You can auto patch. Auto patching works. It used to lead to render issues, so I tend to not use it. I haven't tried auto patching in a really long time, and I should. So, but this is how I'm used to doing it and how I will continue to do it. For me, I like to name inverted cutters eye cutters, so I know where they stand by, like, without opening them, because there's no other way to tell that this is an inverted cutter. So this is the mat, and that plugs in there. The t-shirt is going to be the thing I'm cutting. So again, I'm sandwiching the color art and the line art. Actually like this. But instead of actually sandwiching them, I'm going to make my lines twice as thick, and you're only going to be able to see the second half of the line as a little fun thing. And this is going to go under the shirt, but above the neck and torso, and all this can plug in to my main. We'll call this Arin composite. These are for outputs. This will show up, or be like, if I was doing a final render, what shows up, and this is what is displayed on screen in my camera mode. I can also add cameras. That's all later. I don't even know. What are your opinions on Animate? Is that Toon Boom Animate? If it is, it's basically just a stripped down version of this. And not a lot of the tools, but some of the tools that I use aren't available, and I don't know which ones. I should have a head neck master. I don't need it. Take that out. So I'm pressing Alt when I'm like putting things in and taking stuff out. Did I call this Torso Master? No. The Torso Master. Yes, there's no node network in Toon Boom Animate. There is... I'm trying to think. There is a network in Animate Pro, so I think that would be better. Animate is just for, like, animating, like, traditionally. Oh, well, have a great night, too. Yeah, so Animate's really, really stripped down. If anything, I would go for Animate Pro if you can. What do I think about Undertale? I think it's the friggin', like, best game ever. I actually haven't played it. I've just watched a bunch of Let's Plays and promoted it extensively and bought my own copy. But, yeah. I want those guys to have a lot of money. I want those guys. I want that guy. I guess Toby Fox, I think that's his name. I think he made a great game. And I think way more games need to be like it, because it is phenomenal. And I love it. Those are my thoughts on Undertale. Okay, I'm gonna make a not shitty shape. Oops. Yeah, you're not wrong. So the head is actually going to have to connect under the upper body. Oh, I don't like that. Because I'm going to have to move around. It's fine. Toon Boom does that really well. It's fine. It will be fine. What is bone trestle? Again, holding Alt and Control lets you change these little nodes. I'm really particular with how things look, so I do shit like this. Oh, what happened? Oh, I pressed F1. That's fine. Oh, I have Twitter notifications and I can actually check them. Cool. They weren't useful. Oh, yeah. The soundtrack's fantastic. No, like, the only reason I'm not gonna play it now is because I know I know everything that happens and I don't have time to play games. That's why I bought it, to make sure that I'm still, like, supporting, like, the guy, because this is just, like, the best game of a generation. So, yeah. I'm not going to play it, but I am still, like, going through and watching literally every Let's Play of it. Like, I love it. I love it so much. Or do you mean, like, play it on a stream or something? Because that could be fun. Figure out what color Arin actually is later. Because this is going to be a shitty color anyway. Or what if I was just really cheap and made it... Oh, that'd be so funny. I don't think it would work, though. It's fine. Oh, not the game? I meant the song. So, I'm not playing songs anymore just so Twitch doesn't content flag me. And in my uploads, it doesn't, like, lose big chunks of audio. Since I am doing, like, partial tutorials on here, I just don't want to risk it getting actually flagged, because I have, like, big swaths of my other videos that are flagged. Which is totally legit. Like, I don't own any of the music I was playing. So, I just totally forgot that that was even, like, a thing. I'm so excited to watch the genocide route. So I actually only play it when I'm, like, at work. Like, work, not here. Like, or watch Game Grumps. So, like, I'm really excited to go back and have, like, 3 episodes of the genocide run up. Oh, it's gonna be so good. I watched Dodger play it, and it was just Dodger cries the stream. Twitch is a butthole, man. No, like, they've already done the pacifist run and the true end and all that stuff. So they're going through, like, to show all the content. Like, they're going through and they're going to play the genocide run. And I love that they're playing genocide and not No Mercy. Or at least I assume that, like Dodger, they're going to be true and do, like, genocide, which is awful. But amazing. So now I'm going to put things on my color art layer, and as you can see, it's already getting crazy up in here. But my lines are now way too small. So I'm just going to go in and double them. Now they're the right size again. It's okay, there's no fire behind me, I know. It's fine. Unless you mean my rigging is on fire, in which case it is. I know you didn't. That's the one I want. So when I do this, I can keep editing this even though it's on 2 separate layers, because I realized that line was really messed up. Yes, you definitely are planning every rig based on your needs and animation, for sure. And I do actually have a storyboard done up for these, which is how I know that this is the rig that's getting the most action. I don't know. I would never say do a standard full turnaround, because it gets tough. In Toon Boom, you're generally swapping out rigs. So now, when I move this around, it can go like this, and it can go like this, and it can like stick out over here. And the shirt will always also cut into it, so it'll be great. Boop. Again, that's really big. Oh, I did forget something. I don't think I can add. I think I'll have to click this. No, don't do that. No, I never actually did the thing. Okay. Come on. There we go. There we go. That. Because it's kids' clothes. Favorite Grump episode? I mean, from like the way back Sonic 06 playthrough is just too funny. It is funny forever. But otherwise, let's see. What would be recently? Oh, there was the Endless Ocean playthrough has been like some of my favorite episodes. And of course, Bishi Bashi, I return to a lot. Even though the Crunchyroll commercial's on Grump Out, I love watching the Crunchyroll commercial. Yes, basically in a situation where you suddenly need a completely different angle, it would be a separate rig in a lot of studios. I tend to make my rigs so that they can be cheated into profile and other awkward views. It's not standard, and it's much more difficult to set up. And some of the dumb shit I do is because, like, it's the only way it would work for that. So, like with the mouth, eventually, if I end up doing it, it's like a big thing. The spiral into madness in Sonic 06 is just fantastic. Okay, let's put a shirt on this ridiculous iteration of Arin. Yeah, you can do like kind of anime style mouths, and I might just for this. But I do usually make mouths that cut in. I just find it like looks way better with a stronger silhouette. It doesn't need to be that. Oh, it's fine. Beep beep. So I'm cleaning up even the edges of the drawings I can't see. It helps if you're like, when you're moving it later, it's going to react to the whole drawing even though you can only see a tiny bit of it. The shape looks like a tampon of what, Arin? Oh, I should make one for the logo, maybe. Yeah, I should. Whoop. Which means the t-shirt gets its own comp. Beep. In this case, I'm going to put that under the t-shirt. Because there shouldn't be any situation in which that's moving where the t-shirt isn't going to move. Well, that's fine. I don't really care. Oh man, I'm making kind of a tiny rig. I may live to have regrets about this. The nice thing with vector is you can scale them up to infinity and change line weights really easily by scene if needed. Oh, I haven't watched One Punch. Oops. Don't do this to me. Why? Preferences that should be turned on that aren't. Sorry, looking for preferences. Whoa, can you guys hear the wind? That shit's insane out there right now. Why are you doing this to me, camera? Weird, I can't find my thing. It should just be like, select one drawing. Because this is extremely annoying and should not even be happening right now. Because I should only be selecting things that are part of my drawing. That's what I wanted to do. Oh no. That's pretty fun. Again, I prefer watching absolute trash, so I don't know if I'll ever get around to I think I might just leave it see. No, it shouldn't be see-through. Just make a color called rat. And right now, it'll just be see-through. But this way, when I go to try and select it, I don't just have to click on the like letters or whatever. I can click on anywhere on the rat. So that works. Come on, saturation. You can do it. Sweet Ratman shirt, bro. Arms. Okay. Sorry, just making sure I'm organizing everything in the same way. I'm just gonna have the sleeve built in. Sometimes I would make that animatable, but I don't think it needs to be. Now I'm gonna do this massive cheat. Line art and color goes on top. Whoop, whoop. So this way I already have the line art and color art set up for both of these guys. Just makes things easier. And I'm gonna want the hand to have an overlay as well. So I have a segment of audio that I know I want animated. So that's how long I know it's going to be, or how I know how long it's going to be. That's how I also know that if I had my way, it would be 3 minutes and 30 seconds long. But I don't think I will have time to do that. If I do, it will be with help. And we'll see. I wish it was a thing that could happen easily. Again, just having things lined up is kind of the way I like to do things. In this case, I may do one of these. And now I have an arm group. Boop, boop. And this arm's gonna go behind the body. The next arm will be different. This is my left arm. Oh, and I'm gonna deform on this too. So I'm gonna use deformers to rig this. It is something that's only available in Toon Boom Harmony. This is not available in Animate or Animate Pro, and it's deformers. Yeah, 3 minutes is like 5,000 something frames, and I was like, oh, that might be like a lot of stuff. So I'm probably not gonna do it. It's super terrifying. I should have never even aimed that high. So since I'm using deformers, I can make the arm all one piece. I like to put a curve on it so that the shoulder can kind of work. Normally I would try and have some sort of thing up at the shoulder, like a patch or something to cover it. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I guess if anything, I can just go in here. No, not in the shirt. In the torso. And, just like kill the line art. Don't do this to me. Like pull one of these or something. That works, actually. Can I move that? No, I can't move that down the line. Beep, beep. I just... There we go. Oh, or I can just delete that. There. Oh yeah, that. I'm doing this to myself right now. Boop. Okay. Now I can be happy with how this is. Okay, almost. Okay, guys, I'm really close. Wait. Now I can be happy with how it is. I want this to line up. Make it a tiny bit smaller. I'm also going to need this to have an overlay. Oh, I already did an overlay. Well, I need an overlay for the hand too. Whoops. So this might seem counterintuitive. I just did a straight copy and paste of that arm piece. But I did it because... Whoa, that... I don't want to do that. This is going to be the overlay. Sorry, my eye's really itchy. What the overlay is going to do is basically just like bring, if I need to, bring a part of it forward and back. Actually, technically, yeah. Should be more something like this. I don't know. I do know. I'm gonna leave it for now. Anyway, you want to be able to bring the arm in front of the body and behind the body, especially because this is the back arm. So that overlay, because I have a deformer and it's going to be all one piece, is going to help me be able to bring something forward and back. Because I can make or duplicate part of the drawing on an overlay. And then it can have the option. It just needs to plug in the same place that the arm does. Oh, but the arm and the hand work together. Oh, God. I'm rigging myself into a hole right now, guys. Let me think about this for a second. So basically, I don't want my overlay to break the way the hand and the arm are working, but I won't be able to break up my overlay onto those separate composites. So I'm thinking. The better way to do this is to have an underlay. Sometimes you just gotta think. So I would move the whole arm forward and then push part of it back. Case by case as I need it. again, gonna change the naming conventions, gonna change the placement, and I'm gonna change the layer that it is responding to. So now instead of pulling things forward, I'm going to be pushing them back. Hello! Welcome to the stream. I'm jealous of your chocolate-covered pretzels. Oh my god, I have cookies. I might go eat a cookie. I might eat a cookie, I mean like bringing it back. Butts are good. Butts are always good. It's not how you paint. Red. Gray. The gray? Oh, are all my lines gray? God damn it. Boop, boop, boop. Boop. Okay, so I'm gonna need to select actually even those lines in there and put them here for this to work how it's been working. And again, I will set up my underlay right now. Actually, why you do this to me, Toon Boom? Still, no, I'm not. So I'm going to move the underlay out just to make sure it's working. Perfect. So now what I'm going to do is make this respond to those two layers, hopefully just those two. No. Well, now you're just being difficult. I think I have everything on this layer anyway. Yep. Don't do this to me, Toon Boom. Take that away, put it on color art. Did it take the line too? It goes on line art. There. And I'm just going to delete some of the underlay just so it doesn't get too confusing. Let's go the underlay, overlay. It's all the same drawing, but it'll really make a lot of sense when I go to like move it and meld it. Ah, hey! And hands. Just gonna... Yep, I didn't move them right again. I'll move that one right. Cool. really good at drawing hands, guys. Why are you choosing the one I obviously don't want? So for this, I used the cutter tool to select my stuff, because now when I paste, did you bring in these two? Yeah. Okay, I need to take these. Oh, don't do this to me. So I used the cutter and I cut, because it should have just taken the lines from the inside of the hand. Yeah, and it didn't. Well, that's annoying. Geez, Toon Boom. Okay. Oh, not on the line art, though. I can at least go to the color art and, like, delete them. But this is a really weird thing that didn't used to happen. Basically, I just want to keep the line art that's, like, between the fingers. And the only way to do that is by copying and pasting it. What is that line? Oh, it's part of that stupid... There it is. We use our handy dandy pencil editor. Come on, guys. There we go. There. So just trying to keep the lines consistent with what's going on elsewhere. I don't know why I can't turn that tool on. It's making me upset. Oh god, that was only 10 the whole time? Okay. This. Not that. 12. And make the line art. There we go. There we go. So this, I just enabled current drawing on top so you can see how the layers are divided up. So this is the detail that's going to be on top of the color art of the arm, and this is the detail that's underneath all of it. And together, they look like that. Even though when you pull them apart, they look like that. Oh, right, this is going to end up all below here. Now, deformations. They've decided that they think they know what's best for me with deformers, and they're not entirely wrong. But I like to set them up differently than they let you do by default. Since this will only have Z-axis movement on it, which means it'll be only becoming closer and further away from you, I will hook it up to the same like thing that's actually being deformed. Otherwise, never like hook up a deformer just unused to something like this, because what you want instead, because I'm also gonna hook the hand up to it. I'm gonna take this kinematic output and stick it in here. Gotta go grab it. Boop. And that's where the hand's going to be hooked up to. I'll actually put it on this side because that's the side the hand will be on. And then this is the main deformer. You will very shortly understand what a deformer is. And then this output that I'm putting the hand on is totally okay to have pegs underneath it. Let's build a deformer. Curve. Yep. I've never heard of Full Sail. I couldn't tell you. Why did you end up on the shirt? Just gonna do this again. Take two. Because apparently it doesn't like for me to fiddle around in the network first. So I'm clicking and dragging to create these Bezier curves right off the bat. You don't have to. You can just like click and reset them after. I mean, you say for profit is almost never a good idea. However, I don't think that there is any college right now that is not for profit. So there's that. So as you can see, it like makes everything all wonky and great. But right now it's not hooked up to the other one. So first things first, let's hook this up together. This will create some lag right off the bat. But still totally functional, working. It's got a couple gaps just because of like how I've rigged it and changed, but like it's working pretty well. Now to get the hand on here, we'll grab that kinematic output again. Dragged it right in this time. Oh, kinematic output. Let's try this from 1. And go to the hand. There. So now the hand follows the movement of the arm. Super simple way of rigging arms. Toon Boom also likes to dictate, like you're always connecting green dots to green dots and like green dots to green dots and blue dots to blue dots. So it'll only let you make connections that will theoretically work. Yeah, I would say that's really good advice. I'm gonna be right back. I'm just gonna grab a cookie. I'm hungry. Be right back, guys. What did I go to learn in college? I studied animation. In college, they only taught us traditional animation. So I know how to animate on paper with a light table. And trained myself to be able to do this stuff while working at other studios. I'll be right back. Hey, cat. Oh, usually I mute when I do that. I forgot. So I was also eating some of my bean salad. I realized I didn't finish my dinner. And that's probably why I'm so hungry. Ugh. Yeah, so I got one awesome arm working. Pretty stoked on how quickly this rig's coming along, actually. These cookies are so good. One sec, my cat's super chillin'. I know she'll just chill with me. Come here. This is Xena. You can't see her because she is a big black blob on every camera. Lay down, baby. Whoops. Yeah. She usually just like sits on my lap while I draw. It's nice and comforting. Have a little kitty baby. Yeah, I think she's happy. Awesome. Let's get back to it. So I will end up cloning that arm again, like I cloned the eye, to create the other arm. My cat is covered in crumbs. They can't even eat these. You'll find that later. That'll be snack. That'll be snack. Yeah. After I'm done with the deformer, I like to just turn it off and not think about it. Oh. So now I'm pasting special. I'm creating new columns for everything, but then I'm going to go back and I'm going to take the drawings and I'm going to duplicate those columns, bring them into the other arm, yada yada, and I'll have the other side. But this way, everything's already set up for me, so I don't need to think about it too much. I like to make an arms master, because you do find throughout what you're doing, probably, likely, if you were like me, you're going to find that you're moving the arms together a lot. Like when people are gesticulating, they're usually using both arms, doing that kind of thing. She left also. My cat hates me. Yeah. So, I like to have a peg where I can control both of them. This one's actually on top of everything. Oh. Sorry, guys. I'm just hungry. Okay. I forgot to name these properly, so I'm doing it now. Oops. So now I'm going to go in, replace all these L's with R's. Sometimes I just don't. If I'm the only one using the rig. But for clarity's sake, and because I'm trying to teach people to do things the right way. Here we go. So first things first, I'm going to duplicate this drawing. So now I'm on drawing number 2. Because now I can go in and edit the way this line interacts with the body, which is not good right now. What's that? Oh, really? Sorry, that was me learning that my line art actually went up way higher than I thought it did. Oh, no, it doesn't. But why? Okay. Apparently there's 2 lines here. That's an easy fix then. I guess I copied and pasted the lines twice. That makes more sense. Sorry guys, this is being really weird. Why does that have to go away every time? I don't want it to. Oh, maybe it's just... That's probably it. That will likely help. Just gonna erase. Okay, come on. There we go. Sometimes Toon Boom has things that it's like super finicky with. And apparently I had hit one of them there. Oh, awesome! Hey, Mike. And yeah, so much Harmony hype. Oh my god. I love this program. Yeah, I'm hoping I can do more after this one. Which is why I'm going through the trouble of making rigs and stuff. I'm just gonna do a thing to the t-shirt and make my life easier. Make this overlay go on top of that arm. 'Cause I'm gonna get real mad. It's gonna be way easier if I do it over here. I'm gonna be really mad at myself if I'm like dealing with this the whole time. I'm pretty sure I'm using the most recent version. Boop. Okay, needs to be cut. Yeah, I would have liked if I could stay with a previous version. I think I was working in like 10 and 11 when I was animating at the studio, and I did really like the one I was using, and also the plugins that they made. They were so good. There, so now that neckline just comes in front of this arm to save me headaches down the road. Whee! It's a little sloppy, but it'll do. I guess that could work too. Maybe I'll just do that for this arm. Yep, after all that, I think I'm changing this. Just gonna have 2 outputs. Put the line art over here and the underlay over here. Now I can get rid of this too. Sometimes it's about trial and error. So I'm going to redistribute these back to my normal layers that I would use. Oops. Like so. Yeah, I don't know how to turn this option off in the Harmony I'm using. That's really pissing me off. Boop. And now, I think this should be fine. Yeah, that's fine. Perfect. Yeah, not having backwards compatibility sucks. There's now much like on the other side. this one can move around easier. I wonder if I should just... Yeah, I think I will. Oops. Oh, I need to have it all in one layer. Beep. This is frustrating. Okay. Lots of police sirens tonight. Okay, so I'm gonna go like this. And maybe make this all one piece. You know what? My life would be way easier if I just don't. Again, exploration. A crotch. A leg. Start with L. Do you really need something separate for feet? Probably. I should probably just put feet on it. Sorry, I'm trying really hard to like keep these to a bare minimum. Well, welcome back. I need that. Oh, I didn't clone these yet. Shoot. I need to do that before I go any further. Color art. Line art. And color art. Oop. I am a huge advocate of organization of networks all the time, constantly. So my moon animate makeup is a bit of a mess just because it's one scene, so I wasn't going to make a rig for it. But as far as rigs go, like this is how my rigs look. I was also, like, I've worked at a studio putting rigs together before too, so they had to look like this. I would love if you could, like, snap to lines and stuff in the network. I don't know why that's not a thing. Like, why do I have to drag things around and be a dick about it? Beep, beep. Why can't I nudge things also? I would love to nudge things in the network. That sounded like way more sexual. It's okay, Toon Boom Man just does it for me. These are gonna go in front of this. Whoop. Again, apparently I can only rig how I want to rig because I'm making all the drawings first. Oops. Oh yeah. Nudging on those network nodes. It's good shit. Whoop. Whoop. So you can see why I had a moment's hesitation at like not doing those together. And it's because I know I've storyboarded scenes with him with a butt, and I want the butt to be something that's easily replaceable. That is 100% of the reason why I did this, so that I could give him a butt on occasion. There was one show I worked on, Fish Hooks, where like characters would have butts and we would all just like fight over who got the butt scenes. Because butts are hilarious 100% of the time. I'm so sad that Fish Hooks is over. I only worked on the last season, and I would have loved to keep working on it. It was such a fun show. It's one of those shows that's like, it was also really fun to work on it, I thought. This needs an overlay too. I can't do that yet. That's fine. As long as you're having fun. This can get pretty shop talky when I'm doing this kind of stuff. That sexy network, guys. You have no idea. Boop, boop. Oh, come on. They're jorts, let's be honest. So I'm just like temping in colors. I'll figure out the colors later. The nice part about Toon Boom is if you make a palette change, you can always go back and fix it up. Okay, I need to find this and why it's not working. Sorry guys, I'm looking for something. Like, is it advanced? That's dumb. Mike, you wouldn't happen to know where the, like, select only in current drawing is? Like, I don't know. It used to be in general. Is it still in general? Can I just not see it? Like... Why are you doing this to me, Toon Boom? And I also thought I had already done this. Select tool works on single drawing. It's here. It's in camera. Okay. I found it. Why are you still doing this to me? Did I not apply it? In tool properties? That's dumb. That's super dumb. Layers, fun. No. Maybe if I just have the one layer on. Please. Why? Oh my god, this is so frustrating. Whatever. I can do it myself. I know, it's really dumb. I mean, it's always kind of had this glitch, but it's pestering me more and more. This is why I asked if I needed to make something for his feet, because his feet are literally, like, nothing. But I totally do. You can't just not. Ugh. Yeah, auto flatten can be the worst sometimes. Good color. See, the other problem is I'm picking these lines while I have an overlay on. Or these colors, rather, while I have an overlay on. That is not gonna fly. Like, I'm gonna take this overlay off and be like, these colors! They burn my eyes, they're awful. Man, if I can get this all rigged in one sitting... I wasn't planning on it, but I'm in for this. I guess I can do math kits and stuff too. If I'm gonna finish the whole thing, might as well finish it. I'm gonna put those, yeah. Yeah, I know what I'm gonna do with that. There we go. I'm pretty good at drawing boobs too. True story. If anyone's just here from Twitch, I'm mostly like a pinup artist. It was like a joke and stuff. Yeah, unfortunately the first step to getting a lot of work done is just to stop crying. And it's one of the hardest steps. Because life is hard. Boob physics are hard. I haven't animated a lot of boobs. I work on a lot of kids shows. This is probably for the best. But yeah, no, it can be tough. Beep, beep, beep. I think I gotta make these lines bigger too. Let's go to 4. Just trying to make sure things work. This overlay I talked so much about and didn't do anything with. Oh, working on Archer involves a lot of subtle. Sorry, I got like lost. The chat just took off without me and I was like, what? How to animate jumping in circles, aka drawing boobs. I should do a jumping tutorial. Oh, I was saying animate like a character jumping in circles, but being like, this is a jumping tutorial. And then it's actually like very focused on boobs. It's just like a huge boob character. It would make me laugh. I'm really glad that my Cintiq also turned on, because it would have really changed the stream today in that it wouldn't have happened. One of my power cables came undone. It wasn't anything like major. I just found it and it was fine. I really like how gross and dumb this outfit is too. Why are you doing this to me? Sorry, I don't think you guys can see the weird shit that my computer does anymore. And by the weird shit my computer does, I mean the weird shit I obviously tell my computer to do, and then I don't know that I'm telling it to do. Can we just... I just want to... There. That's all. That's all I wanted to do. Little rosy knees. Oh god, the bouncing ball assignment that every person who's ever done animation has ever had to do. The leg hairs are important. I really want these shorts to be cut-offs. Just doing my thing, don't mind me. I always thought that would be funny. I don't do that. Fine, be like that. He's wearing weird kids' shorts. They have to be grossly ill-fitting. I'm actually gonna do weird things and extend this so that my jorts work better. Yeah. That's good shit right there. Oh yeah, it's not safe for work. I'm sorry, Aaron. I'm sorry for what I've done to you. Whoop. Yeah, that's way funnier than not that. Aw, thanks. Well, one day when you're not too broke, it is only $5 online. It's definitely my favorite one so far. Oh man, if that Sonic costume thing had come out like a month earlier, I would definitely be doing anything from a Sonic playthrough. Cause holy shit, that costume is so funny. They probably go up a little too high. Yeah, that's it's a lot tougher than you think. And you're probably like, yeah, that's not hard. Or like that's pretty hard. But like it's like really, really hard to get books in stores. There's some art bookstores that I might be able to. Right now, the only actual store is in Burbank. So if you're in Burbank, Gallery Nucleus does stock my books. But they're the only store, like, at all, right now that stocks them anywhere. So if you're not in Burbank, sorry. Good shoe. You have red shoes. I don't know what shoes he had. Oh, I want the shoes to be behind. I don't want the foot to be like this. Get out of here. Get out of here. Things. Ooh. Foot behind everything. Yeah, like that. That's cute. That's cute foot. Good foot. Maine. Is Maine near any big, like, comic conventions? I am trying to go to, like, way more different, like, comic conventions to meet people and... I told you guys, it has to be really ill-fitting and gross or else it's not in the spirit of the playthrough. Don't criticize my fashion choices. Criticize Dan and Aaron's fashion choices. You live among the moose. I live among the moose in Canada. Some would say. Okay. There we go. And like I said, I like to keep things on one layer. So I just discovered that wasn't on one layer, so I changed it so it was. Deformer. Why? Why you don't? Okay, I'm gonna drag my kinematic output in again. Foot's on the other side, so again, for transparency, try to keep things in the same order. Goes like that, and that goes like that. Again, I want to communicate where everything is. Does this have a pivot set? It does, okay. You want to anchor your deformers where your pivot point is, or vice versa. I don't speak French very well at all. That's not what I wanted to do. Are we demonstrating? We're demonstrating. Whee! So these legs aren't perfect. Generally, I wouldn't set up everything with deformers, but in the scenario where I'm trying to animate really fast and everything, it's going to be the better choice in the long run. And I want this to be closer to the outside. Use my cutter. Just felt like it was looking a little small. Right, I didn't clone the hands. Or the arms, did I? Did I? Yeah, I didn't. I'll have to clone from this side. I'm pretty sure I said, like, oh, I didn't clone anything. And then I was like, it doesn't matter. There they are. Okay. So this goes here. Okay. There we go. And make this one the underlay again. There we go. For this guy, oh, is that the one I flipped it on? Oh, was I smart? Ah, I was smart. That's not what I'm gonna do though. I'm gonna flip it on this one. There. That's all fixed. Now we get to do the other leg. Oh, this is going so well. I am glad. No, I know what I'm going to do. So I'm going to pay special. I'm going to take these, plug them in here. Take these and plug them in at the top. Wait, I need to plug both those in at the top. Boop. Just behind the crotch. There we go. Oh. So I just did it that way because then everything's still plugged in correctly. Whoop. R. There's also an R. I don't know why I called it feet. It is a foot. A feet. Oh, well, I'm going to be renaming that stuff anyway. That's a foot. Yes, it is from the Dead Rising playthrough. I'm doing the part where Arin kills Sophie. Also, I used zeros instead of O's occasionally for some strange reason. That was weird. the peg I'm going to flip it on. Move that. Are we moving? Boop, 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 boop. Move that over here. Just thinking for a minute. Because I should be able to set this up so that one leg's still in front of the other. This line art can be in front of this color art. Boop. There. Much better. Looks like I made a really weird sketch, I guess. Yeah, it's gotta stop here-ish. That should be on the overlay layer. I can fix that with this. Sorry guys, this is just gonna be a little bit of tediousness. This overlay should be on top of everything. Is that gonna work that well? It will. It will. Sorry guys, I forgot what the plan was for a minute. And then I remembered. Like that. But then this is still fucked. I can make a butt. It's not gonna help entirely. Okay, no, that just looks ridiculous if it's like that all the time. I just have to make this whiter. Which actually is gonna work out for the best anyway. Okay, that's better. Cool. So that's basically that. Just gonna fix this up a little bit. Oh, what happened there? Whoop. So now I can go in and make mouth and hands. So stuff like feet, I probably won't clone just because these feet are super simple and I can just redraw them. The hands are duplicated or cloned, so when I add drawings to them, they will have drawings everywhere. And yeah. So let's go in and make this mouth kit. I deleted my cutter color. So I like to use a really bright color for cutting objects, because then if it ever renders, you know you've done something wrong. So I'm also going to use it to sketch with. So this is the finished rig and what the network looks like as well. Just doing a final little to-do on it. Often I would put the legs into their own group. Since they're so weird and discombobulated, I will not. They just wouldn't fit well if I had them each in like grouped up like these. I'd have like 6 things coming out going into different comps and it would be really messy. And no one likes a messy rig, as I said before. So I'm going to go into this rough folder. So I can actually get rid of this. I don't even know what these colors are actually like. Because I have flux on. So this could be like awful or like not that bad. Right now I'm leaning towards not that bad. So now I'm going to close down the whole rig. And I'm just going to tell it to extend to infinity, basically. So now when I scroll back and forth, he's existing. Before I did that, he was not existing. Simple enough. And now I take my drawing and I'm going to do some sketching. And this drawing is going to have to go in front of everything. I want to do it with a... So the one thing the brush is nice for is for like sketching out what you want. So now what I'll do is I'm going to go... I don't need view strokes anymore either. And I can... And I'm going to auto flatten because it's just easier to deal with. Hate when that happens. Oh, it's because I keep pressing Control instead of Command. Used to working at work. And at work we use Windows. So I like to build a little bit of animation into the mouth. Hello. Now you do the same, but sad. Oh. Yeah, there are no mods, just me. Boopity boopity boop. Cool. Well, that's always fun. Oh, the dangers of having face cam. Classic. Well, I don't think I'm at a point yet where I need mods. But I mean, I'm reading the chat. It's usually pretty in control. And then I already have the other ones. Yeah, I know. So basically what I'm doing here is just going through and saying, like, these are the shapes I need to be able to animate and make shape and make mouths. That pickup line. Yeah, unfortunately, classic Twitch is pretty accurate. I really wish that that would work. I know that like half of these look the same, but trust me, they're all things I need. Oops. Got some good Steven Universe chat going on. Oh, that might be what I need. There's a hand I've ordered a lot of, and it's this. Just like, why, Susie? Susie. Sophie. I've also heard nothing but good things. I'm gonna want to have underlays for this too. Ugh. Or I guess overlays for this. Forgot to put overlays on my hands. Like a noob. Specifically because I know... Oh, I didn't. I just forgot to rig them. That, blah, blah, blah. That I know that he's going to be holding things. So I want to make sure that there are pegs to account for him holding things. A lot of times I would probably go so far as to... Actually, I might just do it. To put a prop in it. Like, rig the prop in. And just put it in the hand. It'll go behind the overlay. So I'm doing the fists and stuff. You'll see the way the hands work out. So, like, all this will be on an upper layer. Don't come on too strong, weeb trash. You might scare people away. And I mean from Steven Universe. Go. My goodness, there's a lot going on in chat. But one question that has been asked is what kind of deformers do I plan or have on him? So if we go like this, I've got deformers on the arms and legs. Why aren't you showing the arms? Show them. Why don't you do this? Toon Boom. Toon Boom, please. No, my Pokeball's not on. Maybe it's because my Pokeball's not on. Anyway, there's ones in his arms too. I was thinking of having one on his torso as well, but I might just leave it. I am considering though. This might be funnier. I need to turn my Pokeball off. Boop, 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 boop. His legs are like way short. I think it's probably funnier. Or his legs are like way long, I mean. I feel like either your coworker worked at the same place I work, or I used to work, or which if you're in Canada, distinct possibility, or it's just like it just looks like a Pokeball, like it just does. But yeah, we always used to call it a Pokeball at the place I used to work at a long time ago. What? No. Are you in Halifax? Do you work with my old roommate? It's a small world in animation. Yeah, she's my old roommate. We're like besties. She's my fave. Oh, wait. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. Oh, no, I've done the thing. What did I draw this on? I'm so confused. Okay, it was here. That's where I thought it was the whole time. Don't do this to me, Toon. You're making me seem crazy. I thought this would be funnier. I don't know if it is. I don't know if it's gonna stay. I just think it's funnier if there's actually like a little belly. Yeah, that might stay. I might have too much joy out of that. That's hilarious. And yeah, please do. I haven't talked to her in a while. She should join the stream. I think this needs to move though. Beep beep beep. Beep beep. Ah! Stop hitting F1! I wish I could just disable that. I think so too. I'm glad you guys are on board with this decision. Well, I might as well do the hands and mouths and call this done. So I'm just gonna get myself to drawing 3 because I know that this is basically going to be drawing 3. This is where I want my library up. Actually, just like this. Yeah, library. So 1. 2. 3. This is gonna be so painful. There. Good. He won't be this happy for most of it. Let's not do this right now. There we go. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of, God damn it, Sophie! I should also probably... Oops, oops, oops. So many oops. And while I add it, I will relock that group. And now I can't screw with it anymore, which is for the best. Yeah, see, this is why I wanted to do all, like, yeah, this is why I had, like, 3 minutes and 30 seconds, because it's so funny. Like, I'm gonna do it all. I think one of my friends is gonna help me, but just maybe not for the actual deadline. Because I'm supposed to have this done in, like, a month. So you guys are getting some serious behind the scenes. Oh no, don't worry, the final's only gonna be like a minute, probably. But I'm gonna do an extended cut, because there's so much I want to do. Hey, Miley's twerk team. Beep. I'm sorry. I just read that shit about the hamster. Oh dear. Well, I'm glad that he's not hurt. Or she's not hurt. Makes me wish I'd thought of doing shit like that when I had rats. Pet rats. Also, always pet rats. Oh, this needs to be in a different spot. My cat got, like, real mad at me for, like, moving her and putting her on my lap, and now she's gone forever. I would never want to deal with, like, a legitimate non-pet rat. Like, those things are fucking intelligent. We could barely, like, best our own rats. Don't take rats with the bubonic plague. And it wasn't the rats, it was the fleas, okay? The rats got a really bad rap with the whole plague thing. It was the fleas on the rats. The rats did not have the plague. Yeah, no, surprise rats are not good rats. Would not recommend. They would be very hard to get rid of. But you can't post links. How will you do it? Well, I guess you can, like, post links broken up and shit. You just can't post, like, real links. Because spam bots and weird people I have to ban have ruined it for everyone. No, I don't want to duplicate drawings of the head. Is that like when I'm scrolling through these? Whoop whoop. Whoop. Yeah, I was initially planning on having him take off the mask at some point, but I don't think I will. Because taking off masks is hard on a good day. Oh yeah? Yellow? That's the color I picked? Not line? It's weapon time! WAP Demon's been pretty good. I gotta say, I really do love the stupid kids' clothes Lego head phase. Just a question. Can you guys see when I'm, like, right-clicking and stuff? Oh, you were so close. It's not a bot, it's just Twitch's default, like, allow people to post links. And I was like, I've seen enough porn to know where this is going. Or I've had enough porn posted to my channel to, see where this is going. Woo! So that's all my mouths. Now hands. And then this Grumps will be done after just a 4-hour stream. That's not so bad. It's not like I have to, like, do the whole thing now or anything. And it's a third of the way through January. It's my own fault. I could have just said I wasn't going to do it for early in the year. But I didn't. It's okay. I know you just hit the animate button, but you know, sometimes it just takes a really long time to render, like a whole month, and it's scary, you know. Oh, weird. Is this on auto flatten too? That's messed up. No, it's not. This is a weird thing. Yeah, it is. Oh, weird. I didn't even know you could auto flatten that. Lesson learned. It's true. Aw. Well, good. I like that girl. We lived together for a very long time. Purely based on the fact that we were both named Nicole. True fact. Boop. It's true. That's what I thought. You have to embrace it. You have to embrace the same name. Oh. Yeah, when we were in school, there were 3 Nicoles. But we all had very different last names, so we all went by our last names. And that's also when I started going by Nick, actually. Because it made things easier, because then I wasn't Nicole anymore, I was Nick, and there were no other Nicks. But mostly I was Terhorst. Well, your name is Steampunk Walrus, so... And see you later! Have a good night. I'm so mysterious. You know nothing about me. Hello. It's so nice to do streams and like actually have chats happening now. When it's quiet, I don't feel like working. I don't feel like anyone's here to hold me accountable for what I'm doing. I do not have a YouTube channel. Long story short, it would be a waste of time for me to have a YouTube channel. So, I may try and speed some of these up and host them on like Vimeo or something, but at this point I'll be selling tutorials, and that's about it. Live streaming commissions like worked out really well for me. I really enjoyed it. I'm trying to get these streams done weekly now. Partly because I have a lot to do with this game Grumps animated. So it would behoove me to do streams more often. Because I work a lot better when people are watching me. Which is awful. That's an awful thing that I shouldn't have to say about myself. But they do. Yeah, so this time slot is going to be weekly. And hopefully I'll be expanding it more. But in general, I'm going to try and stream at least once a week. If you ever come to my page, the like this channel is offline art is going to have my schedule on it always. Oh, are you just asking like how I got to doing like a Game Grumps animated Kiwi? Because yeah, Arin did an all call for art a little while back, and just like took portfolios. So I actually like sent him my animation portfolio. Yes, Dead Rising 3. Or is that what it is? Yeah, I'm doing Dead Rising. Their Dead Rising playthrough. Do you not have a YouTube channel either? He's pretty good at, like, finding independent artists. He was probably just like, I don't know, just being like, I want to find a cool new animator, and just like, done. Yeah, I feel like if you find my stuff, I'm pretty easy to find online. Um, but yeah, it was very much like I said, this is probably like the only job I've ever applied for. I'm really digging these hamster updates, I'm not gonna lie. Arin is omnipotent. It's true. He learned it in his days at Newgrounds. On average, how long does it take me to complete an animation? I don't know. Like, the Moon Animate makeup was really quick. I basically did that in that one stream. But that was also kind of like really quick because it was really short. Those were the words I was trying to find. Okay, that's what I thought was happening. Boop, boop. Aw, you came! Did you, like, sign up for a Twitch just to come to the stream? No WAP Goblin animation. Just this one. I, like, almost cried when this happened. Hi. Oh no! I'm streaming too high quality. Oh, this is weird. It's like one-way Skype. I'm rigging. So interesting. We should Skype later. I want to ask for, like, life updates, but this is public on Twitch. That's not very great for catching up. Yeah, we do. It's so funny. Did he tell you that he knew who, like, yeah, building a little hand library. He was like, one of my coworkers says Pokeballs too. I was like, we probably work together. uh... Boop, boop. Yeah, building a hand library in my own weird way. Hey, cat. Cat's being real whiny. Oh, we have been brought together for years. Oh god. Oh god. Hey. Aw, thanks, Kiwi Master. Sorry, my cat just fell down the back of my chair. Have a good night. Oh, dear. My cat's dumb. There's nothing I can do. Well, she's under the table now. She didn't like the last time I showed her to the internet. Oh, that's the wrong way. Press 1 for cat. 1. Okay, I'll get the cat. Xena! Hey! Cat! Here she is. You gonna purr? Purr for the microphone. Oh no, don't do that. That's awful. Sorry about that. I should have known she would reach out and touch it, but... Okay, you gonna lie down? Lay down. Lie down, Z. Good girl. There. Yeah, she's all cozied up now. Hi. Yeah, I finally got my kitty. And she's so lovely. Mwah. You're so lovely. See, this is what I thought she'd do earlier. She usually just sits with me while I stream. It's really nice. Oh, I did a funny thing there. Oh well. Oh, autosave. You save me so much. Ah, the pencil editor. What a lifesaver. Oh, I didn't even know I could do that. Learning new things every day. No, I had it right. I got confused, guys. It just comes out too far. It's because I need to make the lines bigger. I super don't. Oh god. It was really satisfying getting hired as like a rigger and then just being like, I will do better things than that. Oh god, those were awful. Oh, that's big. Let's go 8. Let's go 8. Bam. Ah, yeah, making weird hands. Still works. Oh, it's so nice to like do the whole process just with like my own rigs. So satisfying. Whoops. Yeah, we worked at an animation studio together. We went to school together. We were roommates for like 5 years. Played D&D together. We've been through a lot. The good old days? I don't know. Were they that? Some of them were. Unpaint. No, come on, there's a stroke there. Don't lie to me. Oh, there isn't. That's why. Oh god, my cat's really bad at cleaning herself and now she's all wet. Yeah, we got lucky. Oh yeah, that definitely that. Yeah, we were roommates with each other for 5 years, but also with handfuls of other people. Always kept us guessing. What? I didn't know that. Oh, that's amazing. I need to check that shit out. My cat just farted. Like, really bad. I tweet about it a lot because she's like the smelliest. She's the smelliest roommate I've ever had. This cat. Definitely. 100%. Yeah, you stink. You stink. You're cute though. You're cute though. Oh man. Yeah, so I guess one of my other roommates worked on that. Who knew? That was just a year though. A kind of strange year. Why? What is this weird other thing? I'm so confused. This one wasn't like that, was it? But oh, because I already drew it. That's why. I'm just an idiot right now. Just being dumb. Don't mind me. Ugh. I wish I had the day off on Monday. Or, like, any day. Why have I made my life so difficult? Oh, there's no color up here yet. God damn it. Oh, you know that I love my envelope deformers. It's all over everything, obviously. No, I just got simple ones going through the arms and legs. Nothing crazy. I want to keep the animation style pretty loose and easy to do. So, just gonna go with that. Be like that. Man, I can't believe the shit we had to put up with on all those rigs. You just like start making me think of like the envelope deformers and stuff. Ugh. So infuriating. I'm actually working on boards right now. I don't know. And definitely like not super comfortable with it. But I'm getting there. It's been like a year that I've been doing boards, I guess. But yeah, trying to keep animating and designing where I can. Got Toon Boom at home so I can animate in my spare time because I have so much spare time. Is that what for storyboarding or for thanks for boobs? They are neato. Because I don't understand what is going on. Everything is cloned. Amazing. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Oh, I forgot a thing. Yeah, boards have been alright. It's weird. I'm doing revs now, which is like a little nicer than straight up boarding. Awesome. I'm gonna have to fix these colors so much. But I'm pretty happy with us. Boards are super intimidating. I've done most other things in animation pipelines, short of like compositing, and I think boards are the hardest. I really do. They're definitely the hardest for me. But it's nice to be able to do like rough drawings and to actually draw. So that's cool. Well, thanks for coming, everyone. I'm gonna call this one done. Oh, look at that stupid face. I love it. Wow. Wow. Probably start up there or something. Wow. cool. It's because it's, like, kind of from something. I wouldn't have gone this weird on my own, you know. Anyway, guys, thanks for coming. Oh, now I've got almost all the deformers showing up. Let's try this again. Can we see all the deformers? No. No, you can't. Oh my god, let's talk about Star Wars soon. It was so good. It was so good, I've already been to see it twice. I'm so happy about Star Wars. Yeah. Okay, guys. Thanks for joining. I'm gonna, like... I don't even have to head to bed. It's awesome. I'm probably gonna keep boarding on, this thing. But I'm definitely not comfortable doing that on the stream. Because boarding is hard, as previously discussed. Awesome. Yeah, I've got a couple more characters that need rigging, but I want to get through the boards before I figure it out. So hopefully this week I'll figure out the boards. And next Sunday... I won't say anything. It's really good. It's really good. Go see it. You're so welcome. Thanks so much for coming by. I really love doing this and working and chatting with people. It's really fun. So, no, I'm super Canadian. Okay, well, bye everyone. See you later. Nicole at Skype soon. Oh my goodness. Bye.